بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد وعن عبد الله بن عمرو قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يخرج الدجال فيمكث 40 لا أدري 40 يوما أو شهرا أو عاما فيبعث الله عيسى بن مريم كأنه أروة بن مسعود فيطلبه فيهلكه ثم يمكث في الناس 7 سنين ليس بين اثنين عداوة ثم يرسل الله ريحا باردة من قبل الشام فلا يبقى على وجه الأرض أحد في قلبه مثقال ذرة من خير أو إيمان إلا قبضته حتى لو أن أحدكم دخل في كبد جبل لدخلته عليه حتى تقبضه إلى آخر الحديث أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Abdullah ibn Amr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, Abdullah ibn Amr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Dajjal will come out and he will stay for 40. He will stay for 40. Abdullah ibn Amr radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said, I don't know 40 days or 40 months or 40 years. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salatu wassalam. He will look like Urwa ibn Mas'ud. Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salatu wassalam, he will seek for Dajjal. He will look for Dajjal. He will chase Dajjal. Then he will destroy him. And Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salatu wassalam, he will stay into the people for 7 years. Those 7 years will be such, there will be no grudge in between the two people. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send cool breeze from the side of Sham, and as a result of that breeze, onto the whole face of the earth, not that single person will remain in whose heart there will be equal to an atom of iman or khair, except that person's soul will be taken away. So much so that if someone of you, any one of you enters into the midst of mountain, then this breeze and this air will enter into that mountain until it will take the soul of that person away. As this riwayat was recited half yesterday and last week, and we are going to keep it till here, because the remaining half brings negativity of the period of the time. And every word and every sentence has so many meanings, and all of that which had been mentioned by Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, now it is becoming day by day visible to us. And after this, this positive period is going to come to tackle Dajjal and Dajjaliyat, to tackle that evil. And when Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will come, he will destroy Dajjal, and he will have 7 years. Here, only one thing has been mentioned, that there will be no grudge in between the two people. But in many other riwayats, in those 7 years, there will be barakat. That's why we were talking about barakat yesterday, and we had come to the point that people who sleeps into the grave and pious people sleeping into any grave, that area also becomes barakatful. That's why we were discussing that Khatib Baghdadi rahmatullah alayhi, when he was drinking Zamzam, he made 3 dua, that, O Allah, make my history which he wrote into the 35 to 40 volumes, Allah, make it completed. And O Allah, there was one Jami, Nusratul Ulum, in Baghdad. Oh Allah, give me an opportunity that I become teacher there. And the third dua he made, that oh Allah, make my grave next to Bishr Hafi. Next to Bishr Hafi. That was his dua. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enabled him that he completed his history, which was written into approximately 40 volumes. He became teacher into that great university of Baghdad. And the third dua, that is what we were discussing yesterday, that how it became accepted. Khatib Baghdadi's name also was Abu Bakr. Abu Bakr Khatib Baghdadi. And in his time, there was one great personality called Abu Bakr ibn Zahra. What he had done, he went to the cemetery, to the graveyard, and he had purchased land next to Bishr Hafi for a grave. And what he had done, every week he will go to his grave. That grave was dug next to Bishr Hafi. Every week he will go, he will arrive into his grave and he will make tilawat of Quran. And every week he used to make tilawat. He must have made so much of tilawat, thinking that I want to sleep next to Bishr Hafi and I want to prepare my plot of my qabr with the barakat of Quran. He used to go there and he used to make ibadat. He used to read salat. He used to make tilawat of the Quran. And he kept on going every week for a very lengthy, long time. The day Khatib Baghdadi rahmatullah alayhi passed away, he had made wasiyat. He had made that dua while drinking Zamzam in Makkah Mukarramah, that oh Allah, give me qabr next to Bishr Hafi. And before he passed away, he had made wasiyat that bury me next to Bishr Hafi. Bury me next to Bishr Hafi. So when he passed away, the students of Khatib Baghdadi rahmatullah alayhi went to Abu Bakr ibn Zahra, that one of the great personality of our time, Abu Bakr Khatib Baghdadi, had passed away, and he had made wasiyat that he want to be buried next to Bishr Hafi, and you have purchased that piece of land, and that is your grave allocated to you. You have bought it. So please, can you do us a favor and can you give us your grave? We want to bury Khatib Baghdadi. Abu Bakr ibn Zahra said, no, I am making tilawat of the Quran for years, and I am making ibadat in that grave for a long time, and that is for me. I want to go and sleep there, not to give it to Khatib Baghdadi. So these people, they became disappointed. Then they thought, let's go to his father and make a request to him. So they went to his father and they made requests that, can you convince your son, Abu Bakr ibn Zahra, because he has bought that plot of land, that grave for himself. And our Shaykh Khatib Baghdadi has made wasiyat that he wants to be buried next to Bishr Hafi. And you can't force anybody, but you are a father. Can you do us a favor? So he called his son, Abu Bakr ibn Zahra. And then he asked, one thing, that Khatib Baghdadi made dua while drinking Zamzam, that I want to be buried next to Bishr Hafi. And then he made wasiyat. His students are trying. Abu Bakr ibn Zahra has purchased that grave for years, and he was making tilawat and ibadat. He was preparing his own grave. You plan and Allah plan. Anta turid wa ana urid. Wala yakunu illa ma urid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in one of the hadith Qudsi that, oh my banda, you plan and I plan. And whatever I plan, that happens. And whatever you plan, that does not happen. If you submit to my plans, then I will please you. And if you just aim for your own plan, then many times Your plan doesn't work, my plan only works. That's how Allah is. So they went to his father and they made request that, can you convince your son? So, what father did, how clever father was. He called his son Abu Bakr ibn Zahra and he said, tell me, be honest. If you are sitting into the majlis of Bishr Hafi and you know Khatib Baghdadi and his caliber, his ranks, if you are sitting into the majlis of Bishr Hafi and if Khatib Baghdadi comes, will you not get up from your place and empty your space for the sake of Khatib Baghdadi? If you are being asked even by Bishr Hafi that allow Khatib Baghdadi and give him place and space, out of respect, will you not do? What would you do? Tell me. So son said, yes, if I am sitting into the majlis of Bishr Hafi and if Khatib Baghdadi comes, then definitely I will come out, I will come back and I will let him go ahead and I will make him sit next to Bishr Hafi. He gave that reply. Father were father before and sons were sons before. Students were students before. Teachers were teachers before. Time has changed now. There is no seniority and there is no juniority. La'ana akhiru hadhihi al-umma awwalaha. Nabi Sallallahu said in one of the hadith shareef that time will come that minors will criticize their seniors. That is what is happening. If I read few words, then I undermine my seniors because I think I know too much. You are the slaves of words and they are the slaves of Allah. That's why yesterday we heard that Bishr Hafi said that I know Kalamullah. And Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal rahmatullah alayhi said, certainly I know Kalamullah, but Bishr Hafi knows Allah. So I have, when it comes to information, I have more, but reality he has more. But today, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Kullu alim al-lisan. Time will come, that person who will become spokesperson, who will be very talkative, who will have eloquency in speech. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, I am fearing fitna from him. Oh Allah, make us safe from this category. Make us and our progeny. See today, I think, in our appearance, we acted, no, I respect you. But there is no respect in our hearts. All gone. All gone. We were sitting in Sheikh Yunus Sahib rahmatullah's Majlis, Maulana Abrar Sahib was there. I think so. And Hazrat Sheikh Yunus Sahib rahmatullahi asked water from Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala. That Yusuf, go get me water. Some of his students, he said, no. Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala said, no. He is my teacher and he asked me to go and get water. And he is the saint of the whole Europe, Qutub of the whole Europe. But he ran like a small student and he got water for himself and presented to Sheikh Yunus rahmatullah. Very, very sad to say, all these realities are gone. Our Hazrat Allama Khalid Mahmud Sahib rahmatullah said, when we buried Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahib rahmatullah, then in Canada he said, you buried him, you buried reality of the Devbandiyat with him. Many times maybe we will become, we will appear very beautifully onto the mimbar. And I'll be thinking, hey, I'm impressing such a big crowd. Maybe I'm impressing their ears, not their hearts. People who used to impress the hearts, they are buried. They are the likes of Allama Khalid Mahmud Sahib Rahmatullah. They are the likes of Hazrat Maulana Yusuf Mutala Sahib Rahmatullah. And likes of me, I think I am somebody, but I am nothing, wallahi. I have never thought to myself that how filthy I am in my thinking, how dirty I am, how lowly I am. I am the symbol of pride. I am the symbol of arrogance. And I think I am a Bayezid Bustami. That's why I boast and I overact. And that's what I am. That is why there is no change. Oh Allah, bring us back to the reality. Make us the shoes of these pious people. The dust under the shoes of these pious people. Wallah, make us like that. Make us like that. They used to take the category of junior and senior. Today maybe somebody who can not read Mishkat Sharif and its words and letters better than me. But he is possessing more reality of Mishkat Sharif than my lip words. But because I talk too much, I translate, I bring commentaries, I bring one opinion after the another. That's why I underestimate my seniors. So-called that we say that, I go to my sheikh. But today, you know what is happening? My sheikh is my murid. I am just becoming bay'at because it goes in my profile that I have attended this buzrug and that buzrug and that buzrug just to boost my pride and arrogance. Nothing else. Nothing else. If we go thirsty, then we will be given water of spirituality. If we go hungry, then we will be given food of spirituality. But I always go that, no, I am full. No one can add anything into me. That's why we go empty, we return empty. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the reality. Here Abu Bakr ibn Zahra, look his effort. For years he prepared his grave, but his father called him and said that what would you do if you are into the majlis of Bishr Hafi and Khatib Baghdadi comes? What would you do? Will you not give him preference because he is your senior? He said, definitely. He said, here you are in grave also, give him preference. So he understood the masala. He said, no, okay, let go ahead and bury Khatib Baghdadi. Khatib Baghdadi was buried because of the barakat of Zamzam, because of the barakat of his dua, and because of the sacrifice of the junior of his time. In our time there is no junior, everybody is senior. Everybody is me. Everybody, all of us, we think, no, there is nobody like me. That's why we all are empty. If there is one lion come here, then everybody will run away. But if you see lion's skin and it is being filled with grass, then a child will play. That's how our conditions. The people with reality of Iman, they all were like lions. And we have no reality of Iman, then our skins are full with grass. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us barakat of Quran and Sunnah, barakat of Sifat, barakat of Iman, barakat of Zamzam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us sleep in our grave, which becomes barakatful place because pious people are being buried there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us for the mission of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and we take every breath. Every time we take oxygen and we throw carbon dioxide out for the sake of his mission until our last breath. And when that time comes, then we say to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Teri mehraj ye ke tu pahuncha loho kursi tak, aur meri mehraj ye ke main pahuncha tere qadamon tak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept us for this type of mission. That becomes our dream. That becomes our ambition. That becomes our struggle day and night. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept one and all. Inshallah, we'll continue into this hadith sharif. This hadith sharif, every word, every hadith sharif is like that. Every hadith sharif is like that. Wallah, give us the risk of ahadith sharifa, and give us the risk of ayat sharifa, ayat bayyinat. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.